Hey guys, welcome back to the Campus Legends, and we just saw Team 12345, the most stacked roster, take a very convincing victory over a waste of $10, and unlike the name, they did have quite a good fight to put up against the opponents, but overall it's still 4-0, first place for Team 12345. Guys, I'm Daryl Hungry Cass Lim, and alongside me is a new face. He wasn't here last week, but he is here today.
Yeah, my name is Shirley. Hi everyone. My real name is Daniel.
Yeah.
Okay.
My man who has been casting, a bunch of other titles now, hopping over to League of Legends as my trusty play-by-play. We're going to be having him for the next game, which is going to be the tiebreakers between teams. I think HantuBusters is one of them.
HantuBusters and what's that team called again?
HantuBusters and I was so obsessed with
HantuBusters.
Yeah.
Their name is amazing.
For the guys that don't know Malay, right? HantuBusters is literally like translation Ghostbusters. I don't know why they picked that name, but basically everyone today has been giving us troll names. Like it doesn't matter when they move into the school stage, but right now it's just like every name I see, why y'all so troll?
And it's it's something within the Singaporean lifestyle. Gamers by nature, trollers.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, so they're playing against Waste of $10, and I think that name in itself is kind of troll as well, because I feel like they came in with the acknowledgement that they were just in for fun.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, these sort of games, like in tournaments, community games, right?
Of course.
Competitive spirit is there, but you're just here to have fun and play with your friends. Like, it's a chance to win money, yes, but, at the end of the day, it's just about the games as well.
I don't know what I would like to put to all the players who are playing right now is there's a bit of chance for you to be picked up. You never know. Yeah, because today we are talking about League of Legends, and if I'm not wrong, League of Legends in the C games, if I'm not wrong. So if let's say
I don't think they necessarily are in the C games, but we do have a flourishing League of Legends scene here, right?
Yeah, of course. So being picked up by teams around the region itself is going to be a good portfolio for any players who's coming on board and new into the esports scene itself.
I mean, a good example, case in point, right? If you're playing against like the guys from 12345 who are on like sponsored teams like Resurgence, like Impunity, right? You solo kill him in lane, everyone will be like, oh damn, look at the guy, solo kill him 3 times. There'll be a couple of, DMs being slid into your Facebook pages and Twitter pages. So, of course, guys, this is a platform for them to showcase themselves. And at the end of the day, if you can represent NYP, all the better. It's just a chance for you to fight for that title. To give a bit of recap, right now we are on our tiebreakers, and after this we will progress into the semifinals. So the guys that win this match will be 4th place and then proceed into the semifinals. So then we have 4 teams, 2-2, right?
All right.
1st and 4th will play 2nd and 3rd, and then after that we have the finals. Best of 3. The winner of that will represent NYP. So I hope that was clear and made clear to you guys in the bracket. Right now, we're waiting for all the teams to, or rather all the players to set up in lobby. HantuBusters versus waste of $10.
Waste of $10. I don't think so. It's a waste of $10.
I don't think so. All the casters are like, well, there are worse ways to spend $10. Let's be honest. Like, there are straight up worse ways.
Yeah, you could treat us to a drink, it's not a waste of $10.
I think our lunch, the Burger King, was like $10, so that will be my lunch if you guys want to waste $10. I don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, I would like a cup of coffee, it's pretty chill around here and pretty cold.
It's a nice office, so of course a cup of coffee will be good. But to recap a bit about the previous match, I think from a strategic point of view, it was more of individual skill outweighing sort of team compositions and team effort. So coming to this game, right? If we look at the overall skill level, everyone is more or less equal rank in terms of solo queue, rather. So I don't expect to see that much individual difference in skill compared to the previous game. So I hope this game is a bit more close and a bit more based on execution as opposed to like straight up dying solo in lane.
Yeah, sometimes it is, it's hard to play with a pro team, and they are pretty much training every single day. Like all the normal poly students out there who is really just doing projects, trying to get a good grade.
I mean, to be fair, right? The idea is that these pro players also have international experience, they have exposure against other players from other tournaments and other countries that gives them a bit more instinctive aggression. Let's just put it that way, like a bit more instinctive advantage, right? Yeah.
Alright, we do see that there's a lot of bans coming in. Akali, is that Akali?
Yeah, Akali and Silas on the red side. See Cannon, Azir, and Rammus on the blue. The Rammus is interesting. It seems like a target pick, but overall the Azir also does look like a target pick. So HantuBusters have done their homework. At least they've been watching the stream, right?
Of course.
They've probably seen the previous game at least.
Yeah. So it's a good thing that players go in for the research immediately after the game and just trying to start banning. Of course, Yasuo Yeah, sure.
Yasuo being
it will
picked
be
up,
picked
right?
up. I guess this is one of the most hated character in all League of Legends, from what I know.
It's quite a feels bad because of the win wall, but like overall, there are ways to deal with him. Showing Yasuo this early on strategically is, I feel, in my opinion, right, a big mistake. Although it might be a comfort pick, it might be something you're good on, but showing this early on against teams that can counterpick you is very tricky. We see the Xayah Rakan being picked up on the opposite side, which was banned out against them the previous game. There was no Rakan, right? Or at least Rakan was banned out. So this is an extremely strong bot lane. I think right now, Waste of $10 have got themselves a good start in terms of the pick and ban phase.
Yeah, of course. And we have a very good couple.
Yeah.
So they have a combo skills all around.
Yeah.
And we have... Oh E,
man.
Picking E. Alright.
Let's go. Let's go, boys. I want to see this Master E.
Alright. It's all on you, my friend.
We saw a post on Reddit actually about this. So Master Yi saw some changes in a couple of tweaks to the numbers. Basically, his E now doesn't give attack damage or when it's off cooldown. So essentially, it's kind of weaker, right? Yeah, we can see on the patch notes right now. And essentially, Master Yi is stronger in low elo but weaker in high elo. Following that train of logic, he should be extremely weak in competitive play. So I don't know why they're making this like, this is a solo queue draft with the Riven as well. So geez, HantuBusters are just all inning that solo queue style. Right? I love this. I am so hyped to watch this, but it's full attack damage. That's why they banned out the Rammers. That's what they knew they were doing, and they're coming in with guns blazing.
Well, we do have quite okay pick for Team Ray, Waste of $10. It's pretty balanced, I would say. And we do have quite a aggressive build from Hantu. So it's what do you think about the current status right now?
I think as far as the draft goes, the Lissandra is a great answer to both Master E as well as Yasuo, because if you put that Lissandra in the mid lane, you get very accessible crowd control in the form of the ultimate and the Ring of Frost. You can lock them in place.
Alright.
You can even heal yourself if you want in terms of utility. So multiple ways you can go at this. It's a very flexible pick, but of course over a couple of patches, Aftershock Lissandra has been nerfed, so it's not as strong in lane. So there are some pros and cons.
Yeah.
Look at the draft though, they are banning out the support pool, so they don't want anything that can enable this, solo queue. Let's call it a solo queue lineup. It's a classic solo queue lineup, right? Let's just call it a solo queue lineup.
Yep.
The Yasuo, Riven, and Master E all are enabled by Braum and Morgana, so they want to ban that away. Removing the Jax as well as the Aatrox wants to guarantee a good top lane for the Riven here. So there are no bully lanes that can deal with this Riven.
Yeah, I mean, there's something that reminds me of this particular build or pick by Waste of $10. It's, MSI SKT actually did pick this particular setup.
This lineup, right?
Yeah.
Minus the commune now, maybe.
Yeah, minus the commune.
Minus the commune, right?
Okay, so this is going to be one hell of a fight.
Yeah, I mean, this is a composition that excels right now. If you look at the Sion supplementing, excels at engaging onto them. So they're not waiting for them to fight you, You're basically going in. You're going with the glacial path from the Lissandra. You're going in with the charge,
Yeah.
When Sion shouts cowards and then just runs in, there are multiple tools for them to go in, even with the Rakan. So they are not waiting for HantuBusters to come to them. They want to go to them and take the fight to them. So multiple ways to do this. We see the Ezreal and Lux being picked up to round off this composition. If you ask me, this is straight up solo queue. Like, I want to analyze this, but geez, it feels bad.
Yeah, you guys are fighting with a lot of tanks coming in, and most of you guys are using maybe an AD. It's pretty easy to counter if we have the tank doing a lot of doing their job.
Yeah.
And
you're right. You have a majority AD composition except the Lux.
The Lux. Yeah.
Dealing with the Sion and the Gragas is going to be tricky, especially because Sion can itemize against AD very effectively in lane.
Of course.
This is a top lane though that is very reliant on staying alive. Sion versus Riven, you cannot afford to die. The moment you die, you just lose control of the lane.
Yeah.
And Yazawa Nico did fall to Kralix a couple of times the previous game. 2 times in fact. 1v1, he lost and died, so that was a fuse bad. But this time if he dies again, that is a window for HantuBusters to get into the game, Having the opportunity to win in solo lanes is a good sign. And if you draft a solo queue composition, you better damn well win the solo lanes,
I got a feeling that they are going for a full level 1 fight at the start right now. And next thing, they will start picking up the weakest link within Waste of $10 and start taking them down so that they are able to get some tower, get some turret plates, and so on and so forth, to just reduce their damage output.
overall though, I like the way they're coming in because both teams acknowledge the threats available and they're drafting accordingly. They're not like, you know what, I can probably beat you. They're actually taking that into account. They have respect for their opponents and they're drafting properly and picking the correct summoner spells. You can see Yasuo going for cleanse because he doesn't want to insta-die in lane.
Yeah, of course you don't want to.
And bot lane, instead of taking teleport on Ezreal, he goes for the heal, which is a bit more respect because he knows he can die through the 2v2.
Very easily.
So instead of like the MSI Ezreal where everyone's like, just take teleport, we probably won't die in lane. This guy's giving respect to the opponent and saying, Zyra Khan could probably all in me and I would die if I don't have heal.
Yeah.
So he's respecting the opponent getting the heal. And on the opposite side as well, you know, Zyra could have taken teleport, instead goes for heal and ignite to say, we could probably win this if we want, but let's play it safe and go for the heal as well. So both teams now on an equal footing and understanding that it's not just a straight up skill check like the previous game, you know.
And to just point out, there's 2 teleports from Team Red, and I think what they are doing is to just simply stop any team fights coming onto them.
Yeah, I think the idea of the teleport here also, like you were trying to illustrate, is that you want to be able to use it as a dissuasive tool. If they engage onto you, then teleport in to reduce that in the bot side of the map. And generally, you don't want to be teleporting back into your lane if you're playing tank versus carry, because your wave management has to be such that you're pretty much just CSing under turret and then pushing when your jungler comes. So the way the matchup works is a bit tricky, but having to use the teleport to impact your friendly allied lanes is the better choice, of course.
But I was just thinking about the Raven because she, the Raven just took a teleport, and I felt that Raven is usually an assassin, usually comes from the back, getting all the players from the back. So what do you think about this Raven right now?
I think that teleport is fine because you want to be able to come into the flank with the teleport instead of you using the ignite to win lane. So if this was a full solo queue composition, right? Like straight up Raven will get ignite and then bot lane Lux will be like ignite as well because they want the kills in lane. But using the teleport gives a bit more flexibility and one, being able to pressure the lane out, and two, when it comes to those mid game fights, if your opponent's vision control isn't good, you can use the teleport to sort of like get in from behind and flank them out. So the idea of the teleport is it's a more flexible tool. It doesn't just limit you to getting kills in lane, because if you're playing Ignite Riven and you don't get a solo kill in lane, you kind of fall off pretty hard.
It's going to be like a try hard kind of strategy.
It'll be tricky. It will be tricky. So we have to see how both teams react. The win conditions are as such for the blue side with the solo queue composition. Like I said, get the lead in lane, try to come out ahead, and then convert into kills. For the red, the main damage sources, right? You have the Lissandra, have the Gragas to sort of be that disruptive front line and allow, even with the Rakan as well, allow for the Xayah to auto attack freely, buy herself some space. Of course, with Featherstorm, she can self peel, so there are multiple tools that they can use to keep the backline safe while still oppressing the people coming into them.
So all these teams from NYP. So far, what do you think about their chances of getting their champion? Because I heard about them being champions and then they lost last year.
Yeah, I think NYP on a whole, the performance today, the rosters on one team, as we mentioned, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, extremely stacked. But that's not to say on a whole the tournament doesn't have its fair share of competitors, because TP has, Lustreless, Jolene on the team, as well as Ice Destiny, I believe. They're on the same team in TP. Or is that? No, sorry. The TP squad has Lustreless on support, and the SP squad has Ice Destiny and Anorexis, I believe. Something to that effect. So there are still, notable players on these squads from other schools that can put up a fight. The idea is that it's not a rollover. Like, NYP isn't just going to dominate the competition. There are other schools with pro players in them and multiple talents that can stand up to the task of defeating NYP. So it's not just, free reign. There is competition on board.
Of course. And, previously we were sharing with the audience, and, I am a caster from the other games. And we are talking about Singapore esports, and somehow or rather, I would see a little downtrend coming out from them. They are very prominent. They are used to playing a lot of games outside, but somehow or rather, their skills are a bit lacking in terms of all this, like, having all the strategy, coming up with all the threats, making sure that the team is able to go and head up to maybe become the proud Singaporean that we are all looking out for. So right now, for Resurgence, just now we are talking about
right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yeah. So
we can't call them Resurgence.
okay.
Sorry, Jay.
Sorry. But of course, for yourself, what do you think of the Singapore scene right now?
I think League of Legends wise, there is some ways to go in terms of how we can progress.
Yep.
If we're talking about like the overall performance, a good way to start is with these small tournaments, right? Playing properly, not trolling, taking it seriously, and actually making the overall skill level increase by taking it seriously. I think that's a good way to start. And overall in the scene, there are injections of players that are at a high enough level, right, to increase the level of play.
Yeah, they are not too bad. Oh, we are looking at a level 1 fight. No,
nope.
Not really. Okay, but they are just set
Oh
up.
man.
Oh, what a waste.
I mean, getting the ward is always value, cha-ching, getting the cash. The important thing there is that they spotted out the level 1 invades, so Blitz Cannon here on this Riven will have information of the level 1 cheeky shenanigans. You did call it though, you called out that the blue side, HantuBusters would want some cheeky level 1s, but turns out you read the wrong side of the coin. It's what that goes for the level 1.
So right now, they can go for a quick fight to get a level 1 kill. Right? No. We've got to really see what's going to happen because everybody is just crowding at the bottom of the river.
It is expected for both teams in general to just be more defensive in this lineup, but you can see here, this is the level 1 cheese coming in from the Zaya Rakan because they have that W attack speed bonus at level 1. Instead, taking the safe path around. I like this coming in from the Ezreal Lux. They are knowledgeable and understanding that this is a composition or a 2v2 bot lane that can solo kill them.
But I guess they're trying to ambush them, but it's not really going to succeed because they are just heading down back to bot lane to just farm a bit out.
Oh, getting punished as well with the Lucent Singularity. That's a fuse bad, man. He loses one CS. They tried to get the cheese, they realized it wasn't.
Oh, here comes some fight. Sugar Bias trying to get a lot of kills. Do not play game. Got deleted immediately, but the following is not there.
Yeah, that's you have to respect that. And Lux not really understanding the damage output coming in. Hold on here, the Master E might get jumped upon here in the jungle.
No, but there's a reverse fight coming in, and there's a chase coming in. And
a collapse coming in from the river though.
Yeah, so he's going to get back his blue buff and say, no, you are not coming in for the blue buff, but all the follow-ups is coming in, the root is there, the knock is up, but not much damage coming out, and Ying is going to be down, but there we go.
The rip buff actually finished him, not the rip buff rather, the auto attack finished him off.
Yeah, so it's not a good start for Team Hantu because they are trying to hunt the...
It was unfortunate.
It's trying to hunt.
Yeah, they're unfortunate there that he walked in, but bot lane from Watt had the lead, so it was really overestimating their capabilities there.
Yeah, a lot of solo kills coming in, but no, Mako is trying to get a revenge hit on him. Nothing much going to be happening. A bit of creep killings and stuff.
Bot lane getting pushed in, so the important part here is that they are going to be weak and exposed to a gank. Good wards in the river will show though, so top side of the map, Gragas taking the Skull Crab for himself, and they might look to make something happen onto the Riven there. Instead, he's just going to walk to the jungle and find the Master E. Pings down.
Nothing much. They are trying to steal the blue at the same time. They're just going to get a revenge out of it.
Oh,
but
down
there's a beast cannon coming, slowly creeping up from the river. Is trying to get a blue and Ying at the same time. Oh my god, there's a fight coming in. There's a knock, but it's not really going to do much. But Sion is going to support him, and he's trying to escape. There is one defensive flash, and nothing.
Meanwhile,
there's no kills coming in. But Waffle Chan.
Oh, the flash!
Amazing flash!
Oh, the minions!
In the end, he got a kill.
There's a fuse bad. Okay.
Double kill. Oh, it's a double kill.
Yeah, they got the Ezreal as well. So earlier on, let's take stock of the situation. 1k gold ahead is what? And overall, I think that there was some great play coming in. They understand how the map works and getting the vision down, but having to flash defensively off the top side. So overall, they are still stifling the growth of this solo queue composition.
And we are talking about melee versus a range. It's not going to be a very exciting fight for Yasuo right now.
In fact, he's down by like 15, 16 CS, which is pretty much expected, as you pointed out in the range versus melee matchup. This is really tough for Yasuo, especially when your jungle is like borderline inting, right? He walks into the enemy blue, he dies, and your Yasuo is just like, well, I can't get any help now because he's so far behind. in a 2v2 we die anyways, so this is gonna be real tough for them.
Yeah, at the same time, I guess I remember, if I'm not wrong, the blue has been stolen by
Yeah, they got the blue
the
earlier
team,
and he
yeah.
back off.
So right now, 2 blue is gone from Ing, and Ing really have to buck up if he really need to get you really want to win this game. So
Yeah, they're relying on the Master E, and we're seeing how Master E is a composition, is a champion that doesn't necessarily excel in high elo, even less so in competitive games. So we're starting to see that prediction come in now.
yeah, but wrong prediction, I would say. I thought Team Blue will be actually doing very well because of the solo kills and so on and so forth. And we do see that the junglers is trying to take the Cloud Drake right now. No one is going to contest on it, and there is no ward, and so this is one part where vision is crucial if you want to just take down the jungler.
Even with vision, there's nothing much they can do because bot lane is pushing very far ahead. You can see here
Oh,
the
there's
pressure
a fight
coming in. Yeah.
but no, nothing much really going to happen because managed to just hug his lover and escape from it back.
Yeah, meanwhile, they should be able to get this dragon here. Yep. Okay.
There we go. The Cloud Drake is down. Is that a Cloud Drake, right? If I'm
Yeah,
not wrong. Because sometimes the colors are a bit off. Okay, but we do see a sneak up coming in from Xian. And no, nothing is going to happen yet.
Okay, so bot lane pushing up. Overall, I think this game starting to be a bit
A
more
bit of a
red side.
pushover.
Yeah, red side favored a bit more now, considering that we were saying how HantuBusters needed an early game lead to even have any chance of winning, but they're all behind now essentially.
Yeah, very behind.
Ezreal is a champion that has to scale up, and he's 1-1-1. Although he's slightly ahead in terms of CS, Desire has 3 kills, so this is a fuse bet.
Yeah, so right now, if things are going back, and if we want to pick a hero, what hero should they pick to start getting the ball rolling?
In terms of forcing picks, you might want to try and activate something in the bot side, because mid lane and top are a bit impossible to deal with at this point. The Sion is just losing this matchup gracefully, and there's no way you're gonna get a kill onto Lissandra, so I think your best bet right now is just to focus bot lane.
Oh, there we go. We have a fight. Raven trying to get a lot of damage onto Sion, but it's not really doing much because he's a tank, and it's really hard to take down the damage if you do not have enough equipment.
Yeah, like I was saying, this Sion is losing the matchup gracefully in the sense that he knows how to space and how to push the waves properly. Like I was saying,
Lissandra is coming in very slowly, trying to get Ing, and Ing got into the stun. He's going to be deleted immediately, gracefully by Ing.
Big ward there to catch him out. Frozen Tomb will finish him off, and now they should be looking for a dive. Oh, great recall disrupt!
Nice disruption, and there we go. Breeze Cannon, you are dead for sure.
So what I was saying earlier about how Sion shouldn't be using the teleport to come back to lane is because if you play this matchup properly and you know how to play it, you actually get... Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait, not much. Nah, I don't think so. There's a fight going to...
They should just back off here. They know everyone's in the top side. There's no way Zyro can't fight this.
There's a lovely respect right between for both players. That's good. That's good.
But like I was saying, the reason why Sion shouldn't be teleporting back into lane is because in this matchup there is... the way you win this is basically you stack the wave up and then you just shove in and then kill him under the turret, or at least get a recall lead, right? There's no way for you to fight under the wave, and Riven has to get a lead or get a kill, otherwise this lane is nullified. So good play from the Sion here this time, showing that when there isn't that massive skill gap or skill differential as compared to the previous game, he actually plays this one pretty well, and I'm quite impressed by the Sion.
Yeah, sometimes I have been looking at the patch, and Sion has been buffed quite a substantial sum. And looking at what Raven is doing now, it's pretty much what blue team need to do, just farm. Be crucial about your vision, because right now every time when they are being caught up, the vision is not there, and it's time for you to start looking into your enemy zone.
Yeah, I think the wards are the important part here, but the Master is so far behind it, there's no way they can actually get the wards down. So hold on here, might be looking for a bit of
fight.
yeah.
Okay, there's a stun, but Sion is going to say, nah, it's alright, I'm going to just take some creeps. And going back into lane, but here we go. There may be a fight coming in, but
it's warded there, so there's no way they walk up.
There's no way. Yeah, while they clear creeps out. Right now, they are really trying to do an ambush, but sadly it is not going to work. But there's a flash coming in, and Lux managed to get the root, but it's not going to really do much. and she's going down for sure.
Yeah, even though there was a ward there, I think they didn't really respect the situation. Meanwhile, Predator being popped here onto the Ezreal using the...
Oh, the stun comes in, the slow is in, the knock is coming down, and there we go, the delete is settled.
Yeah, that was a very obvious and telegraphed dive coming in, so I think the tilt is real here for HantuBusters. They are not reading the situation right, and overall, all 3 lanes, I would say a big success here coming in for the boys on the red side.
Yeah, the red team is doing really
amazing.
Raven is, Raven has been trying to get this Sion out of his lane, and we do have some platings down on the blue side, so more cash to the team Red. $10 more. We have more $10 right now, and they're $50.
Meanwhile, the damage coming in, trying to get a knock up. Nope, no last breath. Glacial path forward. Almost getting denied, but not really. So a Frozen Tomb is still available, so this Lissandra can look for the all-in if she wants to, having the backup of the Gragas next to her. Meanwhile, on the top side, popping the ultimate Riven, going for the fight, flashing away from the ultimate. Good.
Sion is not in a very good position right now, but he's trying to get back the revenge onto Raven, but did not manage to do it really early. And there's a lot of tier 1 tower is getting down very quickly.
Yeah, I think this Sion, even after I praised him, misread the situation. If you're winning the matchup, there's no reason for you to be hold on here in the jungle, knocking the Lissandra away, but still looking for the kill.
There we go.
Path forward,
and we managed to get a Zillit onto Ying. They are picking the Ying a lot.
I mean, with the proper vision in the jungle, there's nothing much they can do against the Master Yi, so not any real reason for the Master Yi to be walking around without vision.
Yeah. So right now the bottom, the bot lane is still on a stalemate, a really good stalemate. But here they are coming, trying to take away the jungle from the team Red. But HantuBusters managed to get a Zillit onto the jungler.
The namesake of the team finally finding one on the board for himself.
But the delete is coming out on Waffle Chan, and a delete onto the both little kids on the bot lane right now. It is not looking really good. Quite aggressive gameplay from Team Red right now.
Having the lead in the bot lane just means that they can go in for these kills and getting turret plates is even better. 4k is the goal lead now for Team Watt, and it's going to grow a bit more with these plates on the bot side. I think we're looking at a bit of a stomp here, Daniel. Should be simple case for Waffles as well as Sugar Buyers to get the turret on the next return to lane.
Yeah, it is. Lux and Ezreal has to really back up onto their team composition. Sometimes I felt that what happened was, they did not have a right communication when to root them down, when to stun them.
But I think overall it's just the fact that they're so far behind. There's no reason for them to play as aggressively. So yeah, let's chalk it up to maybe overestimating themselves.
Yeah, but I hope that the Raven actually will be able to come back into the game, as he finally managed to get a D onto the Sion. And right now the Yasuo is getting a lot, trying to get a backstab onto the Team Red, but it's not really doing much.
Man,
here comes the supports coming in, and the delay.
Oh man, that's a fuse bait.
Oh man,
that's a classic solo queue moment. You're like, wait, I hit the knock up. I can go for the last breath. No, there are 2 members here as well. Oh no. And then you just die, right? That's a fuse bait moment. Meanwhile, Binding Landing, Lucent Singularity, looking to go in for the kill here. They have to follow up 3 member strong, the 2 member knockdown, and the knock away as well. This should be in the favor of Ward, but I say that, they're turning this one around pretty handily. Turning onto the Ezreal as well. It's a double kill already for the Xayah. A great flash forward as well to get the second knockup.
Amazing.
Kill stolen away. Could have been a triple, but you know what? We give it to the support any day.
It's always good to share kills around because everyone needs the cash on lane. But Xayah is trying to get a revenge onto Raven, but it's not going to do much. There's a slow, and she just walked back gracefully, and the red team will have the dragon.
Yeah, they're gonna get the Inferno Dragon, they're gonna get the bot lane, and they're gonna get multiple kills on the Xayah as well. So this is a dream situation if you are Watt, because you have everything that you ever wanted and the kitchen sink. So next dragon, as our observer is kindly pointing out, is the Ocean Dragon. I feel like at this point there's no reason for them to force it. Yeah, if you can get it, just get it, but there's no reason to force it if you are HantuBusters, because you are so far behind. You shouldn't be fighting for objectives right now.
Yeah, you should just get your weapon, your stuff up, and where did Lissandra? Okay, she went for a defensive teleport away, and going back to base.
Yeah, looking to go back and probably buy up. Meanwhile, here they're
Oh,
regrouping
here's
and swapping the
here
lanes
comes a
up.
fight. Nico is trying to get onto the Raven. Oh, there
See
we
you,
go.
buddy.
The knock is up, and there we go. The delete is in. Raven is down for sure because it's a 3v1 situation. There is no way you can escape from that.
Yeah, that's a fuse bad moment. Overextending. I think they're all like slightly tilted at this point. I don't want to call it too early, but
I hope
with
not.
this goal lead, 6,000 at 15 minutes, this is pretty sizable. They're looking to push down. Next, top tier 1 is going down. The next objective does appear to be Rift Herald. As you can see, they're grouping up 4 members on the top side.
Oh, they are trying to spot the enemy in the jungle, and right now they managed to see one, but nothing much going to happen yet.
Rift Herald.
Oh, Rift Herald, there we go. Is it going to be a free Rift Herald, or are they going to come back to get a Rift Herald?
Yeah, if you walk into this, you're dead, man. So this
Yeah.
should probably be free. Like HantuBusters, there's no way you walk in here.
Yep.
Just give it away and try to turtle up and play it for the late game. I say
Oh,
that.
there we go. We do have some actions coming onto the mid. It is not. No, there's no deletes coming in. They just trying to defend the Rift Terror away from Team Blue and HantuBuster. I almost called them the wrong thing, but HantuBuster. Good try, but it's not enough. But there's a bit of delay coming in, but nothing is really gonna happen. Sion is still fighting with Raven.
Okay, at this point with the
at the bottom.
items that Sion has, this should be heavily in favor of the Sion. In fact, they're rotating down. You can see the Gragas making the moves already. Backing off is this Sion. He still has the ultimate to run away if he wants to, but he's just baiting this one out, I think. Looking for the long fight. You can't do this, man.
There we go.
Oh, flashing away from the wind slash, and here comes the Gragas.
Gragas. Yes.
Psych! You thought I was alone?
Oh, here comes the knock, but it's not going to do much. Raven has to run. But he's trying his best to get a delete. And,
there was no way that was happening.
It's going to be deleted, and there we go. The first tier 3 turret and the enter into a base. It is not going to look good at the mid lane right now.
Okay, at least they, get well, no, there's no redeeming.
There's nothing.
There's nothing redeeming about their fight. They literally lost mid inhibitor and they died in the bottom side. So, if you want a moral of the story, like if this was some fable that you had to tell your child, the moral of the story is don't draft solo queue compositions, ladies and gentlemen. Go for good drafts right now. Don't do the Yi Riven and Master. Don't do the Master Yi Riven and Yasuo draft. This is not gonna help.
It feels like a troll draft, I would say.
I wouldn't say troll. Like they were confident in their abilities. Let's put it that way. But it didn't pan out the way they wanted to. So right now the game's running away from them, and there's nothing they can do to really chase it. It feels like there are mistakes that what are making here and there, but overall the red team here definitely in the lead, looking to close this one out. I say that it's 17.5 minutes in, but I'm pretty sure this might be a convincing victory.
Yeah, unless red team fails to, if they are greedy, they go for Baron, and Team Blue manage to catch them out when they are low. That will be a turning point. That might be a turning point, because sometimes the snowball happens.
But see here, Daniel, the bot lane of Zaya and Rakan is 7-1 and 4 and 6-1 and 8 respectively. So there's very little that will go wrong if they do look for the Baron. And right now, if your support Rakan is walking up and literally zoning 3 people, I feel like it's a GG, man.
It feels like a GG. Are they going to call it a GG? I'm not so sure. Yeah.
We play with integrity and try to come back into the game, but it's tough because the composition of HantuBusters was so reliant on getting a hit in lane. Yeah, they really had to get a hit in lane, and they didn't do that. So because they were behind when they exited the lane, there's nothing much they can do now in these side lanes because it's a composition that really relies on getting kills. Honestly, this is like a 1-3-1 after you get the kill sort of situation. And if you don't get the kills, well, you're pretty much just fighting from behind, and unless you can find a miracle pick, like I will
one person.
I will draw the situation out for you, right? So the miracle pick is somehow or rather, you manage to land a 5-man knockup with Riven's 3rd Q, and then you like last breath on top of that, and then combo everything with the Lux. Maybe you get some sort of fair-natured fight that isn't one-sided, but as it stands, it looks to be.
And tier 3 tower. Here comes the blink, the flash coming in. Oh, the fight's coming in. Not good for.
This is a GG.
Blue, and it's a GG for. I would say
this is a when the Lissandra landed the 3-man route, I was like, this is a GG. This is a fuse bad, and now they're just walking this one in 20 minutes.
No, getting a Baron. This is amazing. Because
screw the Baron, man. They're getting the base. What's going on?
Yeah, usually you want to get some Barons, and there you go, a bit of extra deletes, and the ace coming in. Is this the first ace of the game?
Yeah, it's the first ace of the game, but it's probably going to be a last as well. So, we're looking for the Nexus right now is worth waste of $10. Not necessarily a waste, I'd say a good performance overall.
Yeah.
Not even 20 minutes in, Baron hasn't even spawned yet, but they're going to clean the game out anyway. Congratulations, they will be our 4th team to make it into the semi-finals. Waste of $10? I would say not.
Yeah, it's not a waste of $10. It is an amazing use of your $10.
Yeah, so with that, we'll progress to the semi-finals after this. We will be going for a short break, guys. So just to remind you, the teams that are in now will be playing in the semis. We'll be streaming one of the semis, of course. The other will be played concurrently, and then you will find out the winners in the final. Of course, we will try to update the scoreboard as we go along. But guys, once again, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to the stream for the scoreboard and the schedule. We will be right back after a couple more
minutes.
Couple more minutes. The guy, our production team was like, wait, just hold on, just hold on.
Yeah, we need to do something. Okay.
No, they need to update the scorebord. Like,
of course, they have to. So you know, just now we are talking about team composition and all this really weird combos coming out. You know, what could really, if you were the HantuBuster, would you want to start a team fight early and get the first kill? You know, because
if I was HantuBusters, I straight up don't draft that draft. I like if my team drafts that, I alternate F4 and just go home. Like that was actually troll because apart from like so you draft that composition if you are super confident that you can get solo kills in lane.
Yeah.
And you are basically saying like, I am better than you by maybe 2 or 3 fold and I'm gonna kill you in lane. Apart from that, there's nothing much you can do with that composition because you have literally no CC. Master Yi and Yasuo, you have no CC, and Ezreal, you have no CC, and the opponents have drafted against you. They have drafted tanks in the top lane to deal with the Rivet. They've drafted Lissandra in the mid lane to deal with the Yasuo. You're like, straight up gonna get wrecked in mid game and early game. There's no way you win that. So overall, the draft had some glaring holes and weakness. I think stick to the meta.
Just don't be
stick to the meta.
Don't be cheeky.
Don't be cheeky. Stick to the meta. We've seen time and time again. If you wanna draft non-meta, do what waste of $10 did the previous game. Come in with a strategy, know what your win conditions are, and draft to that. If you can't, just stick to the meta, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So guys, with that, we'll be going for a short break. When we come back, it will be the semi-finals. Of course, it's a best of one, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to the stream. We'll be right back.